Hey guys, so we're going to go ahead and start with my favorite. It is a keto cheesecake and it is amazing. I've almost perfected the art of prepping this to where I can set my oven to 350 and by the time it's preheated in 6 minutes, have it all put together. I'm usually about 2 minutes off, but the point of that is it doesn't take very long. So the ingredients that you need are almond flour. It's going to be 1/4 cup of almond flour. 1 package, 8-ounce package of cream cheese, Swerve Sweetener. You must use erythritol. Any Splenda, stevia, none of those are not going to taste right. You need Swerve. And no, I am not endorsed by Swerve. It's just that good. You need 1 egg. You need a tablespoon of butter. And it's optional, but I like to add the juice of half of a lemon. And as far as equipment, you're going to need one of these containers. It doesn't have to look exactly like this. But this is Pyrex. It's one of those storage containers. It's what I bake it in because this is going to go in both the microwave and the oven. You can use a cheesecake pan if you want and mix it separately, but I just like this because it makes it easy. You need a measuring cup, and you need a vessel in which to put the cream cheese so you can soften it in the microwave. And if you're one of those people who's anti-microwave, you can always heat up the butter and the cream cheese on the stove if you want. It's just going to take a little bit more time. Okay, so first step, preheat the oven to 350. Just going to turn it on bake. Start. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is take our container, yes, the one that you're going to actually make your cheesecake in, your tablespoon of butter, plop it in, and microwave for 1 minute. Again, if you are not a microwave person, I get it. You can do it on the stove, but all you want to do is make sure this butter is melted. I am going to put this in the microwave. And turn it on for 1 minute. Now, while that is microwaving is when I measure out my almond flour. So, just going to take your bag of almond flour. You can use a spoon. It probably would work better. I'm a shortcut person. And measure out about 1/4 cup of almond flour. As you can see, I am not super stickler on measurements. It was kind of hard for me actually to measure as much as I did for this just to be able to calculate the macros at the end. But the macros will add up correctly if you use the measurements that are in the description of the course. So all we're going to do is dump this container of almond flour into the melted butter when it is done, which is almost ready. Okay, so dump this in. We're going to get right back to this in a second. So, to save time, I'm going to go ahead and start softening the cream cheese while we get this all ready. So, open your packet of cream cheese. Use a knife. Okay, so just slice open the package. Real simple. And I'm just using a coffee mug. So my coffee mug is my vessel because it's microwave safe, cleans pretty easy. So cream cheese out of the container into a microwave safe vessel, into the microwave for 40 seconds. Now while that's happening, I'm going to take that almond flour and I'm just going to mix it in with the butter. And of course you don't have to hold this up like I am. But this is basically what the crust is made out of. And if you want to throw in a pinch of salt, sea salt, you can do that. It's not necessary, but you know, I'm a fan of salt. Then you're just going to press it into the pan. Whatever kind of pan you're using if you're making this in a separate container. Press, press, press. All right, next step is to measure out our sugar. I'm just going to set that away. It's not real sugar, sugar alcohol. No calories. Organic. Okay, so just like we did with the almond flour, right in. And honestly, the recipe is 1/4 cup. That might be a little sweet for my taste, so if you want to go a little less on that, you can. But 1/4 cup, Swerve Sweetener. Take your egg, crack your egg. Again, this is a super easy recipe. I'm going to crack it right into my measuring cup. And then I'm going to take my cream cheese. Go out of frame to grab a spoon. Cream cheese, and I'm going to dump it right into my measuring cup. So now we have sugar, egg, and 8 ounces of cream cheese in this measuring cup. Now, okay, so I'm going to take that mixture that we just had, and I'm going to squeeze the juice of half of a lemon in there. Again, I'm not super fancy, I just squeeze it. Press it with my hands. Avoid any seeds, throw them in the sink as they pop out. No big deal. If you get some seeds in there, just pull them out, no big deal. It's not that serious. Okay, so now we got the juice of half a lemon in with our cream cheese, our egg, and our sweetener. Now, you can take a spoon or a fork and just mix this all together. I'm going to actually use a mixer. I love my little hand mixer. And mix it right in the measuring cup. So, a little bit of a splash guard. And this is just to make sure it's creamy. Okay, when that's all done, set that aside. Grab my spoon. I'm going to take that mixture and I'm going to pour it right on top. And you're going to want to lick the batter on this for sure. So set that aside. Okay, now for the final step. Take the cheesecake that we just assembled and put it right into the oven. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. We're going to bake it for 20 minutes at 350. If you have a different container, one that may be thinner, or if you're making it in muffin tins like some people do, you can do 10 to 15 minutes. But when it's that condensed, I like to do 20 just to make sure that it cooks through. So timer for 20. And we're just going to let that cook. My timer just went off. 20 minutes have passed. I'm going to pull it out of the oven right now. Okay, it looks perfect. So here's your cheesecake. It shouldn't be jiggly in the middle. It should start to have that cracking on the outside. Now what you're going to want to do is chill this. I have a really hard time waiting. Sometimes I even eat it hot. Don't tell anybody. But if you chill it 8 hours overnight, it's perfect. You don't have to do it that long, but the consistency will be much better. So that's recipe number 1. All the macros are below. And if you have questions, you could always email me. And I just want to remind you, I didn't make any of these recipes up completely. Everything I've gotten has come off of something online. This came from a lady on a Facebook group for keto that I found. So I'm not a recipe genius. I just execute other people's. So cheesecake, 8 hours, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.